All right, good afternoon and welcome to
the Midlife
Makeover Show. It's Thursday and we are your hosts, Nirit and
Sarah Biederman.
And we are here to tell you how to get strong, fit for life, get rid of that menopause pooch, and just feel really, really good eating real food and not being restricted and just feel strong. So we know it's that time of year. It is December. There's so much going on in December. There's holidays, there are parties, there are work events, there's a billion different things to do.
Then real life also, like
real life,
work and all of the usual stuff.
And my kid is homesick today and people are sick, my mom, everyone's just, it's going crazy. So this time of the year, time is just flying by. And ever since Thanksgiving, that Thanksgiving to New Year's is just crazy. People's kids are coming home from college. We're in that sandwich generation when we're like taking care of our kids, taking care of our parents, going through all that things. And a lot of times it just feels like huge overwhelm. I was just talking to a bunch of clients, and in the past, and even now, there's a lot of overwhelm. And I really think this is really true, right? The more we have to do, sometimes the more we get done. Now, hear me out. Do you ever feel like you have one of those days, right, where it's like you have nothing to do?
So you do nothing.
You do nothing. You get nothing done. You get no shit done. Okay, so that is like totally me. I never really have one of those days, but like if I do, I get nothing done.
Sometimes those days are nice. But you do notice that
I have a day like that like every week. So okay. So this is just, I want it to be like this December time. It's just a mindset, okay? You can absolutely be on track. You can actually lose weight, feel less bloated any time of year, especially in the craziest time of year. In fact, I think it's like the best time to actually start something.
Because if you can do it now.
Hello. I was just going to say that, okay?
I know you were.
So I am so super happy. I see Cindy, I see Beth, I see Marsha. Give us some love. Give us some hearts in the comments so we feel good about ourselves on this live. So yeah, we're so happy to just have this successful lifestyle and create a lifestyle where we feel fit, where we feel happy, where we feel good, and we can teach others how to do that 365 days a year, even during Thanksgiving, which we ate like normal people, even during Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's, all this stuff. So most
American women gain about 5 to 10 pounds over the holiday season, right? And in fact, some of the wins that we've had with our personal clients the past week have been like they didn't gain weight over Thanksgiving. Every year they gain a couple pounds, and they were like, wow, I actually like maintained or even lost a little bit this Thanksgiving, right? So we're going to talk about some specific strategies, things that you can do to keep yourself from being one of those women who gains 5 or gains 10 pounds between now and New Year's, right? So number one is make your mornings count, right? Now, I am not a morning person. Nirit's more of a morning person. I am not a morning person. So one thing that Nirit has said to me that really resonates with me is that a successful morning starts at night. So it starts with making sure that you are getting enough sleep, that you're going to bed at a proper time, that you're turning your electronics off, that you are getting quality sleep so that you can wake up and feel relatively rested in the morning and you can get up and move. So what we recommend is that you start every day with some movement. And whether that's your strength training, whether it's getting up and going for a walk, getting up and getting moving is integral, right? So that's going to just kind of set the tone for the day. It's going to make you feel accomplished. You're going to start your day feeling like, okay, I already did something today, right? It's going to take some of that stress. Like, do you ever feel like when you don't do it in the morning, it's like hanging over your head all day. As you're doing everything else, you're like, I still need to do this. It's like hanging there over your head. So get something done first thing. If you have time, I know a lot of us, we wake up and what do? We pick up the phone and we start, right? If you have 20 minutes in the morning to scroll on social media, you have 20 minutes to get up and move. That you just have to make the time. It might mean waking up a tiny bit earlier, but you can absolutely do this. And then eat a solid breakfast. This is important. You want to fuel your body in the morning. You want a protein and you want a carb. Yes, I'm going to repeat that. You want a carb in the morning. We are not the no carbs please here. Protein and carb in the morning so that your body is fueled, that you have energy, and you are not chasing hunger all day long.
Yeah, because you put it in the comments if you have been guilty of either having zero breakfast, you can put down zero breakfast, guilty, or just having like, you ate too much the night before, you're just not hungry, and you just have like protein for breakfast. If you are guilty of that, I'd love to hear from you, because that is, you are not fueling your body enough, and that is why you are hungry later.
Yes, and even if you have a party later, even if you have an event, you still should be eating something at breakfast. Do not save up all of your calories all day long until the end.
Yes, you want to put your metabolism on autopilot. You want it to be like a furnace, which takes me to number 2.
Here, there you
Number
go.
2. Okay, so number 2 is you are kind of off your routine in December. Okay, so that's okay. I want you to go into every single meal and focus on what you can control. Okay, and I don't want you to think about this in a restrictive mindset, because that's not what we are here. That's not what we have taught over 900 women to do and be successful on it, not just short term, but long term. It is to focus, to fuel your body, to feel strong and fit and energized. So what can you do in any situation? So if you're eating at home, of course you want to volume eat and eat as much as possible. So every meal that you can eat.
What is volume eating?
Every meal, I was just gonna go to. Yeah, so volume, I love that. So is lean protein. So if you can try to eat a lean protein like chicken breast,
Egg
whites, yogurt. That's like volume eating 101. And then a ton of veggies, right? So just because something is healthy does not mean it's good for, it's going to be a volume eating. So I'll explain like, for example, like almonds or any kind of nuts or an avocado. They're really, really healthy, but they're not the best volume eating choices. I'm not telling you not to eat them. I'm just telling you when you're talking about volume eating, that's not your best choice. Okay. So every single meal, focus on what you can control. So like I said, if you're eating at home or if you're packing your lunch for work, that's something you can directly control. So you want to eat, like Sarah said, for breakfast, protein, carbs. Yes, I eat 2 slices of bread with my breakfast every morning because I really enjoy bread, right? And veggies or fruits, right? And then when you're going into an event, when you're going out to dinner or something like that, first of all, what events do you want to go to? We'll get into that. But if you're going to an event, think about how you make your plate. How many colors can you choose to fuel your body, right? With veggies and stuff like that. What protein source are you putting on your plate? And also, what treat are you including that you like so you feel satisfied?
I love the color strategy you just mentioned, like trying to eat the rainbow and trying to include lots of colors. So number 3, let's talk about events, about managing events. So this is a time where we have holiday parties, like at work, we have tons of maybe friends inviting us over, maybe there's happy hours, there's just so much going on. So what you want to do is you want to take some time to plan for them, right? And so what we recommend is taking some time maybe on the weekend or maybe on Monday, depending on what your schedule is, like looking ahead at your week and looking what days do you have something, right? And pre-planning, thinking about what are you going to eat on those days, right? How are you going to manage? How are you going to fuel yourself during those days so that you can still enjoy the holiday party and take part and have a dessert, maybe have a drink, whatever it is that is important to you. You want to think ahead. And then you need to make sure that you are stocked with the supplies that you need, right? So going to the store or ordering Instacart, making sure that you have the foods that you need so that you are so that you have it readily available, right? It takes the decision making out. So buy protein in bulk. Buy your produce in bulk. Maybe plan a second little stop at the store on Thursdays or a second Instacart delivery on Thursday, because we all know the berries by Thursday are looking a little less than appetizing, shall we say. So making it easier for yourself, and what that takes is some pre-planning and some intentionality. This doesn't take a lot of time. It takes maybe 5 or 10 minutes to just look at your calendar, look ahead, and figure out what you want, what are your priorities, and what you need to be successful for the week. And then when you go to the holiday party, you know exactly you know, what you've already envisioned. You already know you're going to have maybe 2 drinks because you've already thought about it.
I love that you said intentionality, because so many women they're like, I really want this goal, I really want to do it, but then they're not intentional about it. If you are serious, you have to be intentional, right? And I drink wine whenever I want. Well, not whenever I want, but when I want it, right? And I eat chocolate every day, but I am intentional about it. So we have to be intentional about it. We want to
reduces
fuel
your
our body.
stress too when you think about it ahead of time, because I don't know about you,
Decision
but
fatigue.
I feel a little overwhelmed this time of year.
Yeah.
Like constantly, there's just so much to manage and plan. And so having that pre-planned and already having kind of that framework for my week, it's like one less decision I have to make at 5 p.m. on a Wednesday.
And let's say you're traveling, right? So traveling can be so disruptive on any type of your routine, right? And it can be so much fun. Like, I love to travel most of the time, right? But a lot of times you're traveling to visit family, which can be its own set of stress, right? You're traveling anywhere, and maybe you're in a bed, right, that's not comfortable, and maybe you're having back issues or whatever, something's going on, you're not as comfortable as you are, or whatever is going on. When you are traveling, you can be responsible and make plans around movement, right? So you can, if you're traveling for work, because this is a crazy work time, you can do some walking meetings if that's possible. Instead of driving somewhere, you could walk, right? Instead of getting like an Uber or a cab, right? You can do intentional movement, right? You can take like a walking break for 5 minutes if there's a 5-minute break in between meetings. You can definitely do a strength training routine in the morning, right before you have to go. Because when we do this, we feel better. This is a natural serotonin, right? And it's so easy to just be like, oh, I'll wait till January, it'll slow down. Like, I just was talking to someone, and one of our clients, and she was like, in the past, I used to do that. I used to just like wait till January. And now I just feel so good because I have these 3 workouts a week for 20 minutes, right? It's an hour out of my week, and it just sets my tone for the whole day, for the whole week. So set
I'm going
the
to interrupt
tone.
you for a second. I don't know about you, but like waiting for things to slow down, I'm still waiting. I don't know. I feel like I've been waiting for things to slow down since I had kids 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't slow down. If I'm waiting for things to slow down, I'm never going to do it.
They're never going to slow down, right? So we want to prioritize movement every week. The week of Christmas, it's always important to feel better, right? Take a ski day, walk the festival, do a family hike, like you were saying, right? Because it's a natural serotonin, right? You start the day, you set the tone no matter where you are, feeling accomplished, and it's so much better for you both physically and mentally. And how many of you have ever like felt like terrible about yourself mentally after you do something for 20 minutes? Just ever. I'm not really sure.
I always feel good after. The hardest part is starting.
That's the hardest part for me, but I've noticed that I spend more time thinking about it than actually doing it. So when you have a plan, when you write down your times that you're going to do this, when you get it done earlier, like when you were talking about that morning routine, just get it done, your whole mood, your whole tone for the day is just better.
And then number 5 is kind of a mental strategy, and know that you're probably going to be off routine this month, at least some days, or maybe for a whole week, right? You might feel off track, and this can be a slippery slope, right? So the reality is we're not robots. Things happen and we get off track sometimes, right? Or things don't go as planned, or we have special events. The important thing is to not punish yourself for that. Right. And we like to focus with our clients on the clean slate mentality. Right. And so what that means is like not getting caught up in the blame game and the shame game of, like it's Monday and Tuesday didn't go as planned, so this week is ruined and I might as well just have a free for all. No. You wake up the next morning and it's a clean slate. It's an opportunity to start over. And do better the next day. And just because one day didn't go as planned, that doesn't mean that a whole week is ruined or that the next day is ruined. You can still do well the next day. This is a hard mentality because I feel like we're all so ingrained, and this is a hard mentality to adopt, and it takes intention. when you have periods of time that you're off track, so to speak, this can actually be an opportunity if you look at it the right way. So your body needs some rest time. It needs some downtime. Your muscles need a recovery time. So maybe you have a week where you couldn't strength train the way that you normally do, or to the intensity that you normally do because you were in a hotel or you were at your parents' house and they didn't have what you needed. You can flip the script and look at this. Okay, well, I gave my body a week to recover. You're grinning at me.
I just love it.
And this can actually be good for your metabolism, to be honest with you, because then you come back and you have an opportunity to build back up, right? And to build your strength and start that kind of progressive strength training again, which that is what is really good for your metabolism and building muscle, right? Yeah. So do you have anything you want to add about that?
I was just thinking, like, the reason our clients do so well is they have that like solid plan, but also, you know, they know exactly what they're doing and they're just getting better and better. Like they're, you know, even like we talk about Thanksgiving and how they like lost weight, right? They weren't perfect and we told them not to be. We were like, yes, eat regular Thanksgiving dinner. We eat carbs, we eat mashed potatoes, we eat none of that, but like their habits are better this year. And that's why they are getting such astounding results, not to try to be perfect, but to focus on, you know, improving habits, because we want to lose, you know, whatever you want to lose, but it's better to lose 50 pounds in a year than to lose like 30 pounds super quickly and then gain 20 back, right? So that's why you want to focus on those habits. So
yes,
being mean to yourself is not a habit. That's not something good. We want to be
can
kind.
Be a habit, but it's not a habit we don't want.
It's not a productive habit. It's not a productive habit. It's not a cycle that you want to continue on. It's not a real way that you want to like pass down. We want you to pass down good habits to your children, like love of body, love of food, good relationship with your body, good relationship with food. And these cycles of on and off are not healthy, right? Eating to fuel your body and loving your body that's what our goal is. And in light of that,
and well, before you go into that, I wanted to add, just with the holidays, food is social, and that's okay. It can and should be social, right? And so if you're focused on doing perfect all the time and, I can't eat that, you lose some of that, but you can focus. A lot of what we focus on with clients is doing better, like Nirit was saying, right? Like, how can I improve my habits and do better, not necessarily perfect, right? So we are excited to offer a Survive the Holidays boot camp. It starts next week on Tuesday. We're going to be going live here in this group at noon, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And really the purpose is to help you guys navigate so that you can maybe lose a few pounds this week this season, instead of gaining 5 or 10, right? To do it in a way that's not overcomplicated, right? So we can show you how simple it really can be and what behaviors, kind of what we talked about today, right? And helping practice those behaviors so that you can see results without restricting, without feeling like you're on a diet all season, knowing exactly how to eat, how to work out, and create habits so that you can get in your best shape and stay there, even though it's the holiday season.
So if you would like to participate in our holiday challenge, please PM, or you know what, comment down here, comment us holiday challenge. We will also provide the link, but this is a free challenge just to help you. The entire purpose is to help. So it's a free 3-day Survive the Holiday Challenge. We want to, the goal is to lose like about 5 pounds instead of gain the usual 5 pounds over the holidays. So that would be actually, if you're really good at math, that's a 10-pound loss, which is a really, really exciting. Build some habits, just really help you with feeling good about yourself. And it is December. We have extended our Black Friday offer. At first it was only 3 spots. Now we decided to make it 5 spots. And because we're feeling so super generous, our Black Friday offer is to work with us and get 6 months free plus a ton of bonuses. But I'm feeling very generous here. Are you feeling generous?
I'm feeling generous.
Yeah, we're feeling generous. We are going to throw in the free month of December, just completely free. If you sign up for a call today, you don't have to commit. You just have to sign up for a call, and we'll take in like where you are now, and you know what's going on. You don't have to start till January. We'll just put you in now. So if you're, you know, and you can still kind of get in, but you don't have to like officially start. We'll just give you kind of December in it, and you can still be part of the challenge. So if you are interested in that, signing up for a call, you can comment Black Friday, and we're still in there. So we'll send you the link. Comment if you want to do, there's a lot of things going on here, right? So if you want to take part in our challenge, comment 3-day challenge. And if you want to learn more about Black Friday, comment Black Friday. This is an amazing, amazing deal, better than we've ever done before. Hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful Thursday, and we'll talk soon.
Bye.